What is up guys, Killerkev, and today on this particular 8-bit tutorial we are going to be doing Gadget, Inspector Gadget, everyone's favourite childhood. If you're a 90s kid then you should know who this character is, and he was pretty freaking awesome. So the scene I remember was with Gadget toothpaste, which is my favourite, so I thought we'd give this character a little go. Obviously if you do remember Gadget, or Inspector Gadget, Gadget was his motto, then bung your comments down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your favourite part of the films were, or film. I'm pretty sure there were more than one, but let me know in the comments below. But let's get on with this build. So I'm going to give a rundown of the colours that we're going to be using for this build. It's going to be black wool, a light grey wool, a light blue wool, a standard grey wool, slightly darker than the lighter one. Brown wool's optional for a slightly lighter one, it's entirely up to you. White stained clay, some wool, or which we probably call it numerous amount of times, white wool, and of course your clay, your clay there. That's all you need, just your clay. So let's start off by building off the ground. Now I know every time we do this it is for a purpose. I do this pretty much every time I do a build, purely on the fact of if I build something on the floor there, it doesn't look very nice. It just, you know, make sure your pixel arts are elevated, guys. It just looks so much nicer when you do that. So we want to start in a block of 9, any way that you like, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to come 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be our left foot, and then just grab any other block, doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3 along to bridge it with another 9, like so. I think that's 9. Let's have a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is like so. And then just when you've done that, you can deduct the 3 that are in the middle, like so. So you should have 2 lines of 9, like that. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and just build ones on the ends, like so. Just place block on the ends, like that. So you should have a pattern that looks like something like that now. After that, we can switch to our light grey wool and just run a 7 block line all the way in, just to fill these gaps between the 2 black blocks that we previously just placed. After that, I'm going to switch back to your black, and we're going to come up 1 into the grey now, so 1 on top of the grey, the first block into the leg. And after we've done exactly the same thing on this side, apart from we're just going to build up to a 3 block like so. After you've done that, switch to your blue, put a blue on top of the middle 2 here, which will be the 4th block. Go switch back to your black and just bridge it with 1, 2, 3 black, like so. These blue lines, which are they going to make them, these blocks here are going to make into lines. We're going to come an extra 3 out, so 4 in total, like so. Like so, 4 in total. And then after we've done that, we can make a line of black along, like so, just to connect it up. Exactly the same thing on this side as well, so it should be 3 all the way along. Then once you've done that, the inner blacks here, so the line of 3, the inner closest one to the blue, come up 1, and exactly the same thing on this side as well. Closest one in from the black is a black on top, like so. So you should have a pattern that looks exactly like that. These 2 lines here, we're just going to fill in with our light grey wool, like so. And then after we've done that, we're just going to run all the way along with another light grey wool line all the way along up the top there, like so. We're going to come in 4 light grey from the left here, left to right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously the 5th one is going to change just for a dark grey or just a standard grey wool, like so, and that's going to come up 3, and then we're going to just come up, put your sort of light grey on top of it, like so. Actually, just put a clay on top of it, and then a 2 clay to the left of the clay, then a white to the right, then another 1, 2, 3 of clay as well, like so. After we've done that, we can now actually start building up the rest of his body. So just come up ones from each of the sides with the black, just come on top of the greys like so, 1, and then again we're just going to switch to our light grey and just make a line all the way along to connect the blacks like so. After that, we can switch any one of these blocks like so. We're going to come in 1, an extra 1 again, and then after we've done that, we are going to come 6 high in total, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly the same thing on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to come back down all the way to this level down here. We're going to put an extra 2 miscellaneous blocks. It doesn't matter what colour they are, just put 2 coming up on the sides, and exactly the same thing on this side as well, 2 up like so. And we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, and 1 facing out to the build. So this case, The left needs to be facing left, and do exactly the same thing on the side. 1, 2, 3, and one facing towards the right. After you've done that, from the first block or the second block that you placed of your miscellaneous, in line with the darker grey or the clay, we're going to come out 1, 2, 3. We're going to place another miscellaneous block. We're just going to keep with the pattern of wall. After you've done that on the miscellaneous block here, you're going to come up 4, 2, 3, 4, like so, and then we're going to come in a visible stair set 3, like so. Third one being 3 along and 1 in the middle for the right hand, like so. So you should have a pattern like that. So again, 6 up here, 2 miscellaneous on next to the one on the sort of bottom half here. And after that it is going to be 3 up, and then 1 obviously corresponding to each side. So right is going to be on right and left is going to be on left. 3 down the bottom, miscellaneous, 4 high, 1, 2, 3, invisible stair set. Third one up top there being a 3 line coming into the build, and the middle one of that 3 line is coming up like so. So now we can remove the miscellaneous blocks on that side. So let's do exactly the same thing on this side as well, apart from the top half there. So again, just come down to the miscellaneous block, the first one or the second one that you've just placed to them. Come along 3, again miscellaneous block, and come up 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Then come up a visible stair set 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this third one needs to come along an extra 4, so 5 in total. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to jump back to 1, 2, and a third one here. So it's going to be 1 up. It's going to be the start of his head. Got this little gap here. What we're going to do now is just breach it along with 5, like so. So again, 3, 4, 5, like that, and that's his chin line. And as you can tell, his body is done there. Make sure not to deduct that white block there. That is not miscellaneous, but the rest of the miscellaneous blocks on the left there, you can actually just get rid of, nice and simple. So we're going to switch to our brown. I'm going to come in with the hands here, and we're just going to come up just 2 high all the way along for 3 along, exactly the same. So just to cover it underneath this line that would be here, like so. After we've done that, we're going to do a little bit of detailing on the chest here. So from the grey line here, we're just going to follow it up an extra 2, 1, 2. And we're going to come invisible stair set 1 to the right, and then we're going to come 2, 3 invisible stair set till it connects. From that one, we're going to come 1 white to the left, a blue, another white, and then back to the dark grey for 2, like so. Again, just come down with a visible stair set just to connect it like so. This blue block needs to come down to an extra 2, obviously, to make the pattern complete. And that's pretty much it. That's all the detailing for his chest half there. So the rest of that we can actually just fill in with our light grey. Guys, if you do get stuck in any part of my tutorials, or this tutorial in particular, and you have the beauty and the joy to pause the video and go back at any time. For me, I have to do them kind of quick, because otherwise you'll be sitting here for a very long time learning how to do this tutorial. And 9 times out of 10, most of the people that are on this channel can actually keep up with the way that I talk, so it's quite quick, and they're quite advanced. So, but if you have trouble in any way of doing any of them, then you can go back and you know, you can click certain sections and have a little look, and yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. You can even change the colours if you wanted to, but we're staying true to the character. So we've got 2 points up here, like so. It's a little bit complicated because obviously his head and his features inside of the head, it's getting a little bit crazy. So let's work from the left here and start building his back half of his head. So on the one here, we're going to come up an extra 2 stairs there, so 1, 2. The second one here is going to be 2 high in total, so something like that. Then we're just going to put a grey on top, which is going to be, should we go for a clay? Let's go for a clay, like so. And a black on top, like so. Next to it, sorry, and a black on top. Yeah, that'll do, something like that. So after you've done that, we're going to go on to the right now, which we usually wouldn't do, but we're going to go on the right. We're going to come a visible stair set out 1 to the right on top of this one here, like something like that. And that's going to come up 2 extra, so 3 in total. 1 to the right, a clay on top, needs a grey, and then obviously the same thing as we did that side to this side. What you're thinking is, what's going on here? We're actually just going to breach this clay all the way along with clay. It should connect, which it has. Awesome. The small section here is his face, and the top half there is his hat. So what we're going to do now is make his face. So the easiest way to do this is go with your darker grey, and come along here and make a 4 block in the left hand corner of his face, like so, which is going to be his hair. Then we're going to come 1 down, so disconnect, and 1 down with the stair set, like so. The top here, we're going to come 1 along, so 3 up the top, extra 4, and then 1 down, like so, just to create an ear shape, like that. After we've done that, we're going to grab our white stained clay, come along away from the top of the hair that's covering the ear there, 2 white stained clay. Then we're going to grab our wool, put 2 wool, and then a 4 block of black next to that, like so. Again, the same thing again, white stained clay, 2 black, and then 2 white to the side, like sun. So, sun, and obviously whites need to cover underneath all the blacks of the eyes, like so. Under the 2 white as well, same thing again with the black, come along 3 with just a straight line, like so. The rest of that now, the whole entire pattern, we can just fill up with our white stained clay. And there we have it, there is his face. Obviously now we need to create his hat, so let's do that. Again, just breach the 2 blocks here that are on top of each other with your clay, or whatever darker grey that you're using for this particular build. And then what we're going to do is grab an iron, I think. Let's grab an iron block. You can use white, it's entirely up to you what kind of block you use. We're just going to use a block of iron, and we're just going to come 2 high like so, and just come all the way within the clay. Don't go over to the black as well. Something like that, there we go. Actually we're going to come in with an extra 1, like that, there we go. So on top of the 2 clay, and obviously next to the iron blocks, or the white, or whatever you're using, you want to come along 2 black. And then we're going to come invisible sets at 3, so 1, 2, 3, exactly the same thing on the other side, 1, 2, 3, third one here being obviously connected. Switch to your primary hat color, for us it's going to be clay, and we're just going to fill in that top section with our clay like so. And there we have it, guys, there is Inspector Gadget. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit me up with a like and a comment. I'm always up for suggestions, guys, and sorry this has been so late, but there we go. If you did enjoy, hit me up with a like and a comment, but until next time, guys, Killerkev here, and Killerkev out.